Hi, sixth grade artists. I hope you're doing well at home. This project is what we would be working on this week, so I wanted to send you some instructions on how to do it so that you could be working on it on your extended break. We're looking at the artist Harold Hollingsworth, and he is an artist from Seattle. He pulls images from magazines and other words that he sees and creates abstract images from those letters in different sorts of fonts. So we're going to do it with your name. All the materials that are needed for this project, you should have something at home that will work. A piece of paper, a pencil, a ruler, something to color with. Markers are great, but if you have colored pencils, crayons, that will work too. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing is you're going to measure your paper 9 inches by 9 inches, so a 9-inch square. So I've got my 9 inches this way and my 9 inches this way. And then you're gonna divide the paper in half both ways. So 4.5 inches. So I'm gonna mark my paper in the middle, divide it, and then do the same thing again, 4.5 inches. So I'm creating 4 equal squares. Each of these 4 squares needs to be divided by 4th again. So I'm going to take that 4.5 and I'm going to divide it by 2 1/4. So I'm just going to mark it off. And I'm going to do that on all 4 squares. And because my technological skills here are very limited, if you need to fast forward this part or pause it, please do so. I'm not up to the editing skills yet of how to make this go faster. So all 4 of these squares, you're dividing into 4s. And this is actually the front of your paper. We're going to do something on the back as well. So get these measured off, 2 1/4 and 2 1/4. So that is going to be the front of your paper. On the back of your paper, you need to create that same 9-inch square. So my paper happens to be 9 inches this way. It's a standard size. You may have the same, but I need to do it this way. On this side, all I'm going to do is divide this into quarters. So I'm going to end up with 4 squares. So 4.5 this way and 4.5 the other way. And what we're going to do in these squares is create your name in the font of your choice, and then create some of the images that Harold Hollingsworth does, which are really organic lines using floral images, lines from nature. You can hop online, and I'll include a link to see Harold Hollingsworth's art to pull that inspiration. But basically, your name needs to run from one corner to the other and take up as much space as possible. So kind of like when we did the graffiti names, you want a bubble letter, and whatever font you enjoy is what you should do. Lots of examples of that online as well. But I find the key with this is to try to take up as much of the space as possible. And again, if your name is shorter or longer, you have to find a way to make that fit. I'm gonna go off a little bit, that's okay. All right, so I've got my name, and then in the open images, the open areas, I wanna try and create some floral designs. Again, super open-ended. You can look up images, they can be simple, they can be complicated, whatever you want. And I'm gonna pause the video and fill in a little bit and then come back. So what I'm doing is just gonna do these images in the background, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do next.